Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Built Podcast, a show about two brothers who are sharing their experience as they're going through it. Hi everybody, I'm your host John, joined by my youngest brother and co-host Jake.
What's up?
What's going on?
Not much. Did some golfing this weekend. Not happy with it. Gonna take a break.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
did kind of shitty.
Real shitty.
Yeah,
That's because I put so much time and effort to it. I'm hitting balls and doing it on a daily basis. And when you
Right.
go out and play, it's like just like any other sport. If you're shooting a basketball and you go play a game and you just miss everything,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be pissed off.
Right.
You're like, I put all this effort in for nothing. That's what it feels like.
I gotcha.
So I need to get back to just enjoying going out there.
Right.
Less stress.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a hiatus.
that makes sense.
Probably still gonna hit balls into the net because I'm a psychopath, but
Well, yeah, but that's also gonna probably what keeps you the enjoyment of it.
not to mention I'm spending $150 on golf a week. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
it doesn't hurt to take a break.
No. That's kind of like what happened with you and your streaming too.
Yeah.
You kind of found out that it was taking the joy out of it, being that
Yeah.
like in depth on it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
because it's like a job.
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, what a week,
Yeah.
right?
Big old job.
We did a big old job down in Rockport, Missouri. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from where we usually do work, but they couldn't find anybody, and it was yummy enough that we were definitely interested, and
Yeah.
we got it done. So
Shout out to Joe Faust Enterprises.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. He held up the connection for us, and we were able to go down there and get it done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
it looks
was
real
that
nice.
was pretty sweet. I'll post some pictures for the YouTube people here if you want to check it out. Yeah, 50 yards. It's
Yeah.
pretty good
This is
pour.
our biggest one yet, I think.
Biggest one for our company.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously
Yeah, we've
we've
dumped out some.
been
concrete.
on bigger pours, but as far
Mhm.
as for our company in particular, that was the biggest one.
Yeah.
But hopefully not the biggest one of the year. We got a couple more coming up that if we
Some game changers.
well, they will be game changers.
Yeah.
It'll be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully get them. Fingers crossed.
Yes, sir.
So this week we wanted to kind of talk to everybody. We're going to kind of wrap this podcast up for a little while. I
Mhm.
think it's time to put a pause on it, kind of like you with golf.
Yeah.
I've been doing some personal thinking, and this is kind of a note. This might be a good way to leave off with this is, sometimes you need to hit pause.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I think, we have definitely accomplished with this podcast over the last year and a half what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
My life has changed so dramatically from 3 years ago in a positive way
Yeah.
that, I wanted to share that and just, even if we reached one person and made a difference in their life, that would make me excited.
Yeah.
But we're in a transition phase in life right now where things are going very well and going good, and I feel like I just need to be living that right now
Yeah.
instead of talking about it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, down the road we can come back and share the experiences we're gonna go through right now.
Yeah.
But shit's getting to the point where I just need to live it and go from there, and we can hopefully start part 2 at some point down the road.
Yeah.
But
And
I
share
think
the growth from there.
absolutely.
But yeah, this podcast is from your perspective, it's been good. From my perspective, it's just helped me grow.
yeah,
Because sharing stuff I normally don't share to people, even close friends and stuff, I usually don't share a ton.
right.
So doing this has helped me, open up a little bit more in conversations.
Right.
I've grown just by doing this, and to be honest, I didn't want to do this because I wasn't a big talker and I didn't
Right.
like sharing stuff. And yeah, it's really opened my eyes. So
well, and it's
I'm
good.
glad we did it.
I am
honestly.
too, 100%. I don't have anything that I hold back from this podcast for the most part, and it's been a joy sharing my story up to this point.
Yeah.
It's just
To be
it's time to live a
continued.
little more.
Yeah, to
you
be
know.
continued for sure. Yeah, because I
Absolutely.
definitely want to get back on the mic at some point later on, because like I was telling you before, I want to look back on this and be like, oh my God, I was an idiot, or oh, I was really trying to grind,
Right.
later in my life, and go back and listen to these. So
Yeah, and that's what this is about, And if I can't put together the thoughts in my head of what I'm going through right now, I'm not going to be any good for anybody listening.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at. We're in the fast lane right now so much that I just need to live and absorb what we're doing, and then I can translate it.
Yeah, because we'll have different opinions later on, and be able to share more of the growth of our lives.
Oh yeah, I mean things are changing and happening so fast, and it's wonderful. It's just I need to let it absorb.
Yeah, and we've come to a point where we've talked about so much stuff within personal growth, mental health, all these things, and both of us kind of feel like we're regurgitating that every week.
Yeah, and it's time to live and experience some more so we can come back and tell those stories as well.
Share some new thoughts and more stories.
Because like we were talking earlier, I mean, even in my personal life, I personally have stopped. I mean, there's really only about 3 that I listen to, but I've stopped listening to podcasts. I've stopped. I'm stopping the information dump to my brain right now and just focusing on living what we're going through right now in a positive way.
Yes.
So that way I'm doing what I need to do instead of trying to take what somebody else is saying and making that mine, like you were describing before.
Yeah.
Because you do get to that point and you don't notice it, right?
Yeah, you're listening to so much shit on the internet, whether it's podcasts or just videos, and you're taking those opinions, not really even thinking about it yourself in your own way, in your own life, and you're just spitting that information back out at somebody.
Right.
Which is, I mean, if you truly believe in those opinions and, statements, then that's okay. But,
yeah, you need to figure out when that time is coming, and it usually starts out in a good way. Like, you do apply things that people say because it's important, right? Knowledge growth is important. But if you're just taking information, relaying information, then it gets to a point where you got to step back and see the process you're going through and decide what that means for you.
Yeah.
Instead of collecting all this information from everywhere and trying to make that your life.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at. I've just kind of taken a pause from everything and letting life play out as life. And I think that's what, in the beginning, a lot of the stuff that we talked about was interesting because that's where I was when we started.
It was fresh. It was new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was able to relay all that because I had just lived it. And right now we're living life so fast that I can't translate that into words beneficially, at least, like I want to with this. So it's time to take a pause and hit on it. Hopefully part 2 we'll be back and we'll have some good stories to share and some sage advice and updates on the business and all the new things that we're doing.
General.
Yeah. So it'll be good. I do, greatly appreciate everybody that's listened. I appreciate everybody that's reached out to us on social media. We're going to leave it. I'm going to leave everything up. So, at any point, if anything we've talked about you're struggling with or whatever, or if you're new to listening to the podcast and you still want to reach out to us, please do. I'll have Facebook and Instagram up so you can message me at the Blue Collar Built Podcast on either one of those platforms.
Would you say we have this will be our 75th episode?
This will be 71.
71. So, I mean,
we've literally done one every week for the last
plenty of us talking.
Yes. So
lots of hours of talking.
If you're new to this and you're just kind of picking this up and we aren't putting anything out, don't get disheartened. Just catch yourself up with our story. And like I said, don't be afraid to reach out to us because I do still like talking to people. That's kind of another thing of why I kind of want to wrap this up for now and hit the pause button is because I really want to get back to doing that in my personal life. You know, this has kind of filled that void for me because we are moving so fast and we're doing so many things with the business that
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do that in my personal life like I do and help the people who are actually close to me. I've been instead being able to come on here, sharing the story and hoping that my situation or my views or my experiences can touch somebody's life in a way that can help them.
Yeah.
And I need to get back to doing that in person.
Yeah. And I would like to say, hopefully, the listeners have, gained insights on their life from what we said. Because, I mean, that was the original whole point of it, is
Absolutely.
to share our experiences and stories and have people look at their lives and kind of, meditate, whatever you will, on it and grow from it. So hopefully the listeners that have been listening every week have, made some growth from what we've had to say.
Yeah.
And looked at their lives in a positive way.
Yeah. And even if it's just taking one thing from one episode, that's awesome. I couldn't ask for anything more. So yeah, I think we'll just wrap it up for now and we'll be back. We'll leave everything up. So if you want to communicate with us by any means, please reach out and message us. Otherwise, be patient. Hopefully we'll be back with a part 2 here and we'll do another 70 some episodes on the next ventures of life.
Absolutely.
Because we got a lot of life to live from here. So, all right, everybody, once again, thanks for listening to us. I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully we'll catch you sometime down the future.